How are we doing today, Twin Flames? I hope you're all doing well. Today, I'm going to be covering how the new moon in Scorpio, due on November 1st in just a few days, will be affecting the Twin Flame Collective on the forefront of their mission to save the world with their love bubble, bring in the new Earth, Age of Aquarius, Golden Age 5D Paradise, aka the Promised Land or Heaven on Earth, prophesies to rain down upon humanity during end times, which we are most certainly in, and greatly sear and damn to hell all the ones who failed to notice the signs, get spiritually fit, or at least adhere to and maintain a nice, friendly, welcoming, yet strong personality to where people aren't taking advantage of you, your wisdom, or your kindness. Because the new moon will take place in the zodiac Scorpio this month, ruled by the planet Pluto in modern day astrology and Mars in traditional astrology, this means that more fire to our internal flame, stamina, courage, and drive to get things done that we're intuitively being guided by spirit to finalize, as I'm feeling major conclusion energies bringing us into a brand new, higher vibrational timeline, will be exactly what supports us to get this done so we may flourish in ways that we could not before, both together and or separately, as an effect of this transit that we're now in. If you were new, confused, or needed a refresher on what the new moon is exactly and how it affects us, this is when the moon is in direct conjunction with the sun and appears completely invisible from the Earth's perspective. It is here to bring forth new beginnings in order to remove us from stagnant periods or from chapters within the journey that are ready to sort of implode on itself, which you may feel as great tension or stress within your solar plexus or heart chakra regions, when time is almost officially up on that phase you're likely so done with. Closing down these chapters of karma that's usually not even always yours, but your family's BS that you're judging for Judgment Day, and putting a permanent stop to, in which you will be rewarded immensely in eternal paradise with all of your much owed birthrights and inheritances packaged and bestowed upon you upon completion of the task. Mother Earth's terrible karmic history that you've been bound to, typically from the horrible bloodline you incarnated into, as well as from your soul's lineage, calling you to shut down fake systems, threatening your and God's heritage, will also be purged out through your etheric body, kidneys, heart, spleen, brain, stomach, liver, pretty much every main functioning organ, even down to the cells, in order to erase the cellular memory of this evil, toxic, chaotic, psychotic dysfunction from the Earth and entire universe's history. This task and huge joint starship Star Wars mission that we've been on together for the past 15 years for most of us is now coming to a complete close once and for all, although it is majorly tied into the crooked Hunger Games, The Purge, zombie apocalypse ascension process that we were fooled, played, and hijacked by. As I'm feeling it within my guts, heart, and soul that this is it, Michael Jackson. I also just heard the words back to square one, which means that all true victors of the Hunger Games may return full circle back to the happy, grounded, natural 3D timelines before it even began, resume life from this point, and re-become the lively, active, energized, bubbly, multi-talented, charismatic, I'm being told sharply, happy-go-lucky person they used to be during this important time frame. This will be returned to from a 5D, 3D perspective this time, however, due to our successful ascent up to this Starseed playground frequency, land, and dimension, demanded by us from the sick game we've been bound to for seemingly forever, so that heaven may be grounded and anchored into the earth in this way, which we have completely brought to the table like the natural, born and bred superheroes we uniquely are, as well as explored, enjoyed, and experienced to the max, while all naysayers to Christ and enemies to us Christ beings, for no reason whatsoever except for envy purposes, may return full circle back to the low vibrational, pissy, piss poor on so many levels, negative, dull, reality of limitations where they belong and even suffered from in past lives. Bringing the evening out effect meant to occur and sweep across all of humanity within the New Earth 5D Middle Earth sector of the Age of Aquarius timeline. Middle meaning reaching middle ground and mutual understanding between every single living and breathing being upon Mother Earth participating in this era that we're all in. I hope that wasn't too hard to understand, as I am aware myself just how confusing this all can be to fully grasp at first, But just know that this is on purpose and was deliberately set up in this fashion by the Archons and reptilian Anunnakian race of foreign aliens in human bodies working alongside longtime Jesuits and Nazis to overtake our beautiful kingdom and utopia all for themselves, destroy and slander as many of us as possible simply for being and remaining pure at the core, and for daring to have the correct, bright, higher perspective of life and all of its wondrous possibilities, our biggest, deepest dreams included. And lastly, the new moon is also here to send us what's known as light codes, or a form of a dissectable, downloadable love language right through our crown chakra from the moon, in order to heal us in any areas this is needed within our etheric body, so it may seep into other areas of our body needing upgrades, majorly our light bodies included, provide us information on what to do and where to go next, in terms of maneuvering our twin flame union as well, but on more grounded levels to deepen us at the heart and mind level, peeling us back like the layers of an onion every single time until we finally reach the core of who we truly are and who we've truly been all along, which you will find was absolutely everything once you get here. I hope all of that was well digested and integrated so that you may be full enough and ready to get into the tarot reading portion of this video. Let's do it. To begin with, when shuffling my Light Seers tarot deck, which is what I've been currently working with, in order to pull information from the new moon stationed in Scorpio on November 1st, the major arcana card, the Fool, is what popped out of the stack in order to inspire and enlighten us, I'm being told. Here, the sacred geometrical orbs and streams of interconnected light, just down beneath her floating in the body of water, is coming with the energies of the Merkaba field of oneness, and the golden, heavenly stream of light shooting up from it is coming with the energies of the toroidal field of oneness right along with it. If you are feeling the energies of the utmost salvation on rapturous scales, along with the extremely highly vibrating Shekinah and Christ frequencies that comes with it, then you are not mistaken, as this is what both these heavenly systems consist of, and is a key marker that both our internal toroidal and Merkabic fields, which connects us to Source and the greater all, is entirely fine-tuned, well understood on the lowest and highest levels, making this newfound state of maturity that we've come into even more so, and is a sure testament that we are now ready to be raptured individually from our twin into the fifth dimension or even higher if this is available for you, from doing all of the spiritual work that you've needed to through the twin flame ascension process, getting you to this point atop Mount Everest. I say that this will very likely be an individual mission due to the divine masculine Christ, who is more so the distorted masculine instead, major behindedness in this grand new earth mission of bringing heaven down to earth in the most philanthropic way, meaning we are grounded in this way of philanthropy at the heart level more than they are as the divine feminine Christ polarity of the union, even if you are a male in this feminine role, gay or straight, which is perfectly okay, incredibly special, rare even, just as it seems, admirable, and oh so very beautiful, you extraordinary peacocks. Just as various twin flame experts have stated in the past, save yourselves before you save your twin, as your high vibrational energy, essence, and influences will be felt as you're raptured from the lower realms of existence, where they will be left behind, just where they belong, to face up to everything they've been neglecting to face up to, in terms of taking care of their internal baggage, which we are going to ask now for them to be lent a helping hand with one of these last times, so that they may feel support being extended to them from our hand personally, God as well as an effect. Now they should have a more thorough understanding of who we are to them, where we stand, and that we're not bullshitting around when it comes to salvation or our special New Earth missions, as this continues even after we ascend into the fifth dimensional paradise, just in higher, more optimistic ways than available before. This card often feels like a surrender card to me as well, which is a very feminine thing to be able to do in terms of trusting and surrendering to yourself, to God, and the universe, and then knowing that you've got you first, and that they will catch you if you should fall as well. Although you know deep within that they won't fully let you, which it appears the young, surrendered woman in the illustration is doing in terms of deeply trusting and surrendering through this pivotal transit as she falls back without her twin fully for the first time ever, knowing she will be caught by the Merkabic angels as she hits the water, the entire universe that she smacks right into at the same time, as they are one. Your twin flame, he or she, will be fine without your usual being there for them on a consistent basis through the energetic planes, which you are also being asked to let go of officially and trust in, so that strength can build within you on a 3D level that you've been missing, bringing you right back to the real, and we're talking real here, y'all. Reality and version of planet Earth, not even having to refer to it as Mother Earth, if that brings you more into true reality even further, that you've been severed from and deeply missing, whether you've been fully aware of this or not, while undercover for mission. The innocence you once had as a child, which I also refer to this card as, now from this specific deck, the innocence card that is, may fully and entirely wash over and encompass you, so that the second childhood may commence right through you, helping you to speak in general, to speak up as well, in lighter yet spicy and sassy, more powerful ways for this final leg of the journey, just like you once did when younger, which you will be tucking in, keeping, and taking with you into your sassy, self-empowered future. When shuffling even further, yet another major arcana, marking this major, pivotal period that we're now in, Temperance card, is what popped out of the hat to enlighten us. From him, I'm immediately seeing the divine, yet distorted masculine collective, to our divine feminine first wave ascension pioneer collectives, sheer determination to now catch up to where we're at, depicted right in the center of the flamboyant, high-level angel's face, with the sensation of our fiery, highly arisen, very productive essence being undeniably felt by them, with the help of the angels overseeing this mission, the games. However, I am also feeling that this is due to their complete unwillingness to be embarrassed by their lack of productivity, masculinity compared to ours, to be greatly shamed and humiliated by the ignorant role they played in eating up and destroying humanity with their low vibrational outlook, and to go down in total agony, their inflated egos along with them, right along with the beast system that they've been supporting, upholding aloofly and carelessly, which is just so reckless, and what we are now completely done with, as we are not their caretakers. This means that if you aren't already feeling it for yourselves, that they have been in fact mooching off of us and riding our coattails for support, life force energy, with their incredibly slow understanding, which we are now going to kick right off of us ruthlessly, to where they can feel it where it hurts, and stick it where the sun don't shine, as we exit them and kiss them goodbye one final time in the old, played out, fake paradigm of false light and superficiality that they seemingly find real and have no problem playing and residing in which we say to them, good luck and good riddance, as we have much better places to be and things to be doing, real things that actually rejuvenates you, fuels you, and inspires you to be alive, preferably, all without them like before, when we didn't even know they existed. We are all we have before we're even born and potentially even after we die, and is what's so important to return to, our full, complete, and total selves, nothing less or short of this, which we will from the fiery help, which we are also consistent of truly, of the new moon in Scorpio this upcoming month of November. The way that he leans his arm against the sun feels as if he is telling everyone whom now seems in his way, because they are, as they are Matrix programs, somewhat hired to keep him from you, like Neo from the Matrix films upon his waking up, to step aside as he feels the fire burning within him for the first time ever and decides to do something about it. This is for real, y'all, and stakes truly have been at play here, although the Fairy Kingdom overseeing this process does all they can to minimize it, so we won't be too stressed out about something we were thrust into and shouldn't even be a part of in this grand, dramatic of a way. Now it is their turn to face the dark and see how scary life, the illusory life built all around them, that is, truly is and always has been, within this fake, highly tampered with, absolutely destroyed age, all along, as everyone who once looked in their face, laughing and smiling as if they're great friends, who have their best interest at heart, yes, even so-called relatives, switches out on them in the nastiest, pettiest of ways upon the devil they worship's orders, waking them up to the land of petty they've all been residing in, and not noticing, even with their friends and relatives, sometimes even their own, poor, petty behavior, dictating their lives, actions, and decisions for so long. And lastly, the darkened moon, almost stationed directly right across the sun, is the literal depiction of the new moon of early November, and the light circulating between the two is depicting the light code influxation of support we are due to integrate and digest into our systems, with the theme of having more courage to let go of the past more effortlessly being most at play here, as well as sorrows from the past purging out from crying, which new moons tend to encourage whenever they come around. In any area you need to reflect, let go, and say goodbye, so that you may feel freed up enough in all sectors of yourself and your life story to slam the door on the very unfriendly Age of Pisces timeline and set off into the Atlantean oasis frequencies, more satisfying and conducive to your true heart and soul's nature. If this broad frequency resonates with you, it is not for no reason, as it is rare that a theme such as this, the Atlantean oasis that is, should hit home and resonate with the mass body of people, us new Earth twin flames, in the same way as every other starseed, now shifting into this timeline and energy, which is just my complex way of saying that this is in fact home that we are headed to, that it isn't here for no reason, and that it was brought here to match who we truly are at the purest level from our core as a collective conscious. So don't feel like a poser, which I'm trying to help eradicate from your system, who just accepts and says yes to anything and everything, or just any old timeline or dimension, even if you're not entirely certain what it is you're getting into. Atlantis is for everybody, as long as you are a normal, naturally functioning human being. Cry as much as you need to, meditate if you wish, and do anything you feel guided to do in order to make this shift that much more productive, swift, beneficial, integral, and worthwhile while you're still here. And lastly, we have the Page of Pentacles here to deliver us the messages we need in regards to the new moon stationed in Scorpio in November. From her help, I am immediately seeing the Big 180 flip, also known as the Event Horizon, occurring within the illustration, depicted by the huge mandala the page holds in her hand, symbolizing our world, the Earth, and its flipping upside down motion I'm sensing as she does this. This long-awaited Big 180 flip is what will flip all of God's children back up to first place, right where they belong, for remaining true to themselves throughout the age of division and pettiness they feel trapped in, although they truly belonged here in the first place, so that the top, careless 1%ers of the world can finally flip right down to the bottom where they're supposed to be, fulfilling the biblical prophecy that states the first shall be last and the last shall be first, once and for all, bringing true fairness, equality, balance, equilibrium, and common ground to all beings upon Mother Earth and Father Earth, whether they like it or not, and officially opening up the Middle Earth realm and playground for all eligible to thrive and play within. It is now your time to shine, babies, which is being portrayed by the gold embroidered circular pattern right beneath her that feels like a spotlight illuminating her back to her true innate stardom, reminding her of who she is, and giving her full permission to rock out loud after being separate from this for way too long of a time. Now are we beginning to understand where we are now and where we're leaving behind? Our old world was swallowed up by the beast starting in 2012, which we are now able to come out of, along with all of our youthful coolness, expressions, inspiration, drive, voice, creative ideas, energy, even down to our natural, intriguing mannerisms. The beast is so petty. But all of this karma the enemy has stupidly racked up over these several years, seemingly forever, I know, right? May now flip onto them and press down onto all of their chakras, for it is not our burdens to bear, but it is theirs, fair and square. For anyone who used to be talented, yet a shy soul, afraid to stick out, share your voice, your perspective, and simply show them what you've got, I'm going to ask now for all experience, wisdom, and maturity that you've acquired throughout your time separate from your true self to be fully accumulated so that you may know and view yourself through an even greater, crisper lens, know exactly who to blame in all the theft, as well as where to go from here as you re-embark and pursue your direst dreams to the best of your ability, freely, ruthlessly, humbly, yet unforgivingly. Now the stage is all yours, babies, and you can consider this to have been somewhat of a long, somewhat needed break away from destiny, so that you may integrate everything you need during this time frame, tuck it all in, and then watch it all unfold right before you at just the right timing like it was in the past when you were surely first. I'm going to ask now for you to have all the support you need to get up and pursue these new endeavors, as well as for every single person who shaded you, stole from you, or was jealous of you all along to be judged immensely through your eyes, As the score is not ready to settle, the scale is tipped right back into balance, and for all enemies of God and all things natural to fall, for you have much better, non-alien-like things to be doing, unlike them, and justice must be served in order to make this child's, that being you, life right. And that concludes this very much needed Twin Flame Ascension Energies Tarot reading in regards to how the new moon in Scorpio, set on November 1st, will be affecting the first waivers of the Hunger Games Witch Age Ascension process. I hope that you received all that you needed from it. Comment down below if you'd like to have a conversation. Visit my Etsy shop for powerful energy healing and tarot readings. Subscribe if you've become a fan of these videos of mine. And stay tuned for more readings covering the Ascension energies of November. Bye for now.